These MEDIHEAL pads are all over my For You page and all over social media. They were on sale at my local Asian grocery store, so I bought all of them to test out. But on today's video, I am going to be reviewing their most popular pad, which is this MEDIHEAL Madecassoside Blemish Pad. This toner pad won a lot of awards in Korea, and last 1.5 weeks ago, my skin was really bad. I was really super sick and I didn't take care of my skin, so it was a great time to test it out. Also, I just want to say that my long form video is not being uploaded so often because I really want to test out skincare products, especially for at least a week to a month, so that you can really see the skincare product in action. You can really see it on my actual skin, and as much as possible, I want my skincare reviews to not just be all talk. I really want you to see how skincare products perform on a normal consumer such as me, so you have a general idea on how the products work. I've used this for a week and a half now. So on today's video, I'm going to show you how to use it and also what are the ingredients that are in it and if it suits your skin concern, and of course my 1 week results. So first of all, what is it? So this toner pad in particular is targeted towards blemish prone skin. It claims to calm and help reduce the appearance of blemishes and dark spots on uneven post-acne skin. It also claims to improve skin texture, all while providing hydration. So this is how the toner pad looks like. It comes in a tub, and then when you open it, it's nice that the tweezer is already here and there's a location where you can put it back, because I always miss where I put the tweezer. And then when you open it, you can see all of the pads inside. So the pad looks like a gauze. It's very thin, that it can really adhere to your skin very well. It also really holds the essence very well. There's no dripping. So when you put it on your skin, you can see how thin that is. And again, it sticks on your skin very well. The pad is also certified vegan, and it really reminds me of a face mask, but I love that it comes in this little square so you can really put it on targeted areas. When it comes to scent, it actually smells like kind of medicinal to me. Like it kind of have that, you know, that old like astringent scent, but not that potent. It's like very slight smell of astringent. When you put it on your skin, you actually feel this cooling sensation on, so it really feels refreshing on the face. So now let's talk about the ingredients in this pad and if it suits your skin concern. So niacinamide is actually pretty high up on the list, and we all know that niacinamide is a superstar ingredient. It's a great anti-acne, and it's also great as skin brightener. It also has this following antioxidant ingredients, and as the name of the pad say, it has madecassoside, which is actually a component of Centella asiatica. And there's a research study that proves that madecassoside inhibit hyperpigmentation caused by UV radiation. And it also has the following soothing skincare ingredients. So overall, when I check the skincare ingredients on skinsafeproducts.com, it actually has a pretty good rating. It has 91% top allergen free. I also checked this on folliculitis.com, and sadly I found 2 fungal acne triggers, the polyglyceryl 10 oleate and polyglyceryl 10 laurate. So if you are sensitive to malassezia or you are prone to fungal acne, it's best that you do a patch test first before using this product. Also, if you are sensitive and you get acne with essential oils, you have to be aware that this one has essential oils in it. I also have to mention that you'll see 1,2-hexanediol high up on the list, and you'll notice this skincare ingredient on most toner pads. So this is a multifunctional helper ingredient. So this can act as a humectant, as an emollient, and a solvent. But most importantly, especially for toner pads, it can really boost the antimicrobial property of preservatives. And as you can see on the toner pads packaging, it is enclosed, but it has a lot of moisture in it. Plus, you're going to add those pads in the packaging. So it's a perfect scenario to build humidity in it and to produce mold. So to inhibit mold production, you really have to have that preservative high up on the list. So if you notice that you are sensitive to most toner pads, it might not be because of the skincare ingredients in the toner pads or because of the essential oils. It might be because of this preservative. So if you find that you are very sensitive to toner pads, switch to serums instead. As for me, I have combination dehydrated skin, and this did not irritate my skin at all. I use this every day and night, and I find that it's very gentle on the skin. It's very calming. I didn't experience any stinging or anything, so it was very gentle on my skin when I was using it. So now let's talk about how to use it. So you can use this in two ways. First, as a daily toner pad. So just make sure to use the included tweezer to lift a square pad and gently swipe your entire face after cleansing. And then you can follow this up with a serum, then a moisturizer, and a sunscreen in the morning. And then the second way to use it is as an intensive treatment. So after cleansing, use 3 pads. So I cut one in half. So I put 1 pad on each cheek, and then half of the pad on my forehead, and then half of the pad on my chin area. So you leave this on for up to 15 minutes as a treatment mask. And then after 15 minutes, swipe the pads all over your face, and then pat the remaining essence after with your fingertips for complete absorption. And then again after that, you can use your serum and then your moisturizer. As for me, I find that the pads are really soaked with a lot of essence, so I just cut the pads, put it on my skin concern, like the big inflamed pimple on the side of my jaw here, and then I also put it on my upper lip. And I also want to target the hyperpigmentation I had from my old pimple, so I also cut up a little of the pad on my forehead. So let's talk about the treatment plan and how often you should use this. I find this toner pads to be very gentle and hydrating, so they recommend to use it every day and night, and that's what I also did. So let's talk about my 1 week experience with using this toner pads and my 1 week results. So the first time I used it, I really piled 6 pads on my face so that it would really look like a face mask, which I realized I didn't need. As I've mentioned before, you'll be fine with 3 pads because these pads are really soaked with a lot of essence, and you can cut it up, put it on your target areas, and you'll be fine with it. So for redness, I find that you can really see immediate results. You can see that there's less redness on my cheeks and on the side of my nose just right after using it. For reducing inflammation on angry pimples like what I had on the side of my jaw, I find that the next day it really improved. Like the redness on my jaw at that time was really spread out. So I used this at night, and then the next day when I woke up, the redness was actually smaller. And I really saw great results on the 4th day of using this toner pad. My inflamed pimple, which I was 100% sure will produce pus because it was very red, and you know when your pimple is very painful that you know the next day it will create a pus for sure. That's what I felt. But actually on the 4th day, it really flattened out. Right now, I can actually feel like a little bump on it. But as you can see, there's no more redness on that area, and it really reduced the size of it. And amazingly, throughout the week, it didn't create any pus at all. I also saw a lot of improvement on the 4th day when it comes to my upper lip. Before that, on the 3rd day, it actually created like a dry skin on top of that pimple. And then on the 4th day, when I washed my face, that dried skin peeled off, and it really left me with like a smoother texture on top of that pimple. And it's really way flatter now. It's actually my 1.5 week day today, and I find that when it comes to redness, I can still see some redness on my upper lip and also on the inflamed pimple over here. But when it comes to the darkness or hyperpigmentation on my forehead, almost gone. I can see like a little dot over here, but I don't notice it as much compared to the first time I used this toner pads. I found the most noticeable results when I really let the pad stay on my face until it's almost dry. I really let my skin soak all the essence of this serum on my face, and you know when it's almost dry because it will just fall off your face. So if you find that this toner pad doesn't really work for you, let it stay longer on your face. And another tip is you can actually combine these toner pads together. If you have the Madecassoside toner pad, you can put it on your skin concern like your blemishes. And then if your forehead or your cheeks looks very dehydrated and you need moisture on it, you can also use the Watermide moisture pad. So you can put the moisture pad on your cheeks, and then you can cut up the Madecassoside pads and put it on your blemish areas. So based on my experience, I really enjoy using this Madecassoside toner pads. It really helps me target my skin concern. I love that it was very effective on my blemishes, but it was still very gentle on my skin. And I also like that it is still very effective even on old blemishes, because as you can see, it really lightened up the hyperpigmentation that I had from my old pimple. But I think I need more time with the new pimple I had, like on my upper lip and on the side of my jaw. So I'll just be updating you either on the description bar below to update you on how it works on my newer pimple. But as I've mentioned before, I'll for sure continue using this toner pads. I really like how effective it is on my skin concern. I also love that it's non-drying, and it's also very easy and very convenient to use. So I hope that you find this video informative, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always be updated once a new video is out. And also let me know which toner pad I should try on next. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.